I want to talk about how I quit smoking. After so many years, I finally decided to, just give it all up, just quit. I got tired of it. I got tired of not doing anything about it. Just kept blaming myself for not quitting. And at one point, I just decided, that's it. I quit it cold turkey. In my life, I tried a couple of times to quit. First attempt was a couple of years ago. I managed to stop smoking for about 7 days. And that was it. 7 days. Years went by and I was still smoking. Of course, I wasn't feeling good. I started smoking at an early age. I was still in elementary school. Keep in mind, I was a big opponent of smoking. I remember a time when I went out with my homies and we got a pack of cigarettes, right? They all decided to smoke while me and another friend just stood by and we just watched. Honestly, at that time, I didn't have any sort of desire to try it. I just didn't find it interesting. I remember coming back home and telling my mom, we smoked. Who smoked? Well, it was the homies. They smoked. I didn't smoke. And she didn't believe me. After that, I started buying my own cigarettes, my own packs of cigarettes, and I knew shit became serious at that point. Definitely. You know what they say, you're not alone with a cigarette. I really felt less lonely with cigarettes. I guess I was just in this state of mind that, I was this weird kid, misunderstood kid. Speaking of not being like the others, there was a situation in school. People knew that I smoked. There weren't many others in my class. They might have smoked secretly, but everyone knew that I was a smoker. One day, our teachers let us out. They told us, we're not gonna have classes, so we're gonna have an hour or two free to do whatever the fuck we want. So a couple of friends and I, we went out. There was this park. We were just minding our own business. All of a sudden, a group of other classmates came out of nowhere and they started harassing us. We were like, you were smoking. How can you smoke? You're all smokers. You're disgusting. Turned out to be a whole fucking mess. My motivation for starting to smoke, I was so depressed, I just started smoking. Not a good reason to start smoking, as if there were any good reason to start smoking, but when you're young, do a lot of dumb things. I went from being anti-smoking to being a full-on pack a day, sometimes even 2 packs a day smoke. Took me a long time to get my shit straight. What advice can I give to someone who is considering quitting smoking? Best advice I could give is probably the usual one that you hear is you have to replace one habit with another in order for it to be effective, right? Try to have a different perspective of yourself, because that is what needs to change. If you continue seeing yourself as a smoker, it's not gonna work. You gotta change the way you look at yourself. You gotta change your identity. For me, it just clicked. It was a sudden realization. I just quit cold turkey because I got tired of constantly thinking how I need to quit smoking. I got tired of it. Those thoughts were too much of a burden for me to carry anymore, so I just said, I don't want to live with these thoughts anymore. So I just did it. And in the end, I think cold turkey is the best approach. You just gotta say, fuck it, I'm doing it. It's no longer a part of my life. I'm not that kind of person anymore. I was a real chain smoker. I just loved smoking, but there was always something in the back of my mind, some sort of feeling telling me this just ain't me. This is not me. I never fully played the role of a smoker. I never fully embraced that. I always thought to myself, there's something else I can do with my time. And surprisingly, I found exercise to be the way out. I wasn't that big of a sports guy ever, but now I just see exercise as a way of life, and I'm not even thinking about going back to smoking. I mean, never say never. I have heard people relapsing after multiple years of not smoking, whereas I'm going on my 2nd year, and I'm hoping it's gonna be for the rest of my life. I really don't want to go back to smoking again. Think back to how I was living. I'm just genuinely disgusted by my habits and myself. really. A lot of people probably have a New Year resolution of quitting smoking, quitting alcohol, generally just trying to live a healthier life, and I applaud you. I want you to know that it's possible. It's possible. It doesn't matter if you've been smoking for 5, 10, 20 years, whatever, it's possible. Quitting smoking is a big, big goal, and you'll be really proud of yourself once you achieve it, and I know you can achieve it. I did enjoy smoking cigarettes. I'm grateful that I don't have a lot of cravings. I'm grateful for that. I am proof that if I could have done it, so can you. The discipline required to quit and persist is possible. You just gotta make the choice on your own. There's no other way.